In her new home, Adaobi faced loneliness and despair, her spirit crushed beneath the weight of her husband's demands. Each night, Adaobi wept silently, her dreams haunted by the specter of what could have been. Once upon a time, in the heart of Lagos, Nigeria, stood a modest home where a girl named Adaobi dreamed of freedom and education. Adaobi's father, a traditional man, believed in arranged marriages, seeing them as a way to secure his daughter's future. Despite Adaobi's protests and pleas, her father arranged for her to marry a wealthy businessman twice her age. On the day of the wedding, Adaobi's heart felt like a caged bird, longing to soar but trapped by the chains of tradition. As Adaobi exchanged vows, tears streamed down her face, her dreams of becoming a doctor fading into the shadows of duty and expectation. In her new home, Adaobi faced loneliness and despair, her spirit crushed beneath the weight of her husband's demands. Each night, Adaobi wept silently, her dreams haunted by the specter of what could have been. But amidst the darkness, a glimmer of hope emerged when Adaobi discovered a secret stash of books hidden in the attic. With each page she turned, Adaobi's spirit soared, finding solace in the words of authors who spoke to her soul. Through the power of education, Adaobi found the strength to defy her circumstances, secretly enrolling in night classes. As days turned into months, Adaobi blossomed into a confident young woman, her intellect shining brighter than any diamond. But her newfound freedom came at a price as Adaobi's husband grew suspicious of her late-night absences. Caught between her passion for learning and the danger of discovery, Adaobi faced an impossible choice: continue her studies or risk losing everything. With trembling hands and a resolute heart, Adaobi made her decision, determined to forge her own path no matter the cost. But fate had other plans when Adaobi's husband stumbled upon her textbooks, his rage igniting like a wildfire. In a fit of fury, he threatened to destroy Adaobi's dream, extinguishing the flame of hope that had burned within her heart for so long. Bruised but unbroken, Adaobi stood tall, her defiance a beacon of resilience in the face of oppression. With the support of her few courageous allies, Adaobi staged her escape, fleeing into the night with nothing but the clothes on her back and a heart full of determination. Through the darkness, Adaobi ran, her feet pounding against the pavement as she raced towards a future of her own making. As dawn broke on the horizon, Adaobi found herself standing at the gates of a university, her dreams within reach at last. With each step she took, Adaobi shed the chains of her past, embracing the boundless possibilities of tomorrow. And though the road ahead was fraught with challenges, Adaobi walked it with courage and conviction, knowing that her journey was far from over. For Adaobi had learned that true freedom lies not in the absence of obstacles, but in the strength to overcome them. And so, with her head held high and her heart ablaze with hope, Adaobi stepped into the light, ready to write the next chapter of her story. A story of resilience, of triumph over adversity, and of a young Nigerian girl who refused to let her dreams be silenced. As Adaobi delved deeper into her studies, She discovered a passion for social justice, vowing to use her education to uplift others trapped in similar circumstances. With unwavering determination, Adaobi embarked on a mission to empower young girls across Nigeria, advocating for their right to education and self-determination. Through grassroots initiatives and community outreach, Adaobi became a voice for the voiceless, inspiring hope in the hearts of those who had been silenced for too long. But even as Adaobi worked tirelessly to create change, she knew that true progress required more than just words. It demanded action. And so, armed with courage and conviction, Adaobi spearheaded a campaign to reform Nigeria's law on forced marriage, rallying support from activists and lawmakers alike. In the halls of power, Adaobi's voice rang out like a clarion call, challenging the status quo and demanding justice for the countless girls whose dreams had been shattered by tradition. With each passing day, Adaobi's movement gained momentum, drawing attention from around the world and igniting a spark of hope in the hearts of millions. But as the pressure mounted and the stakes grew higher, Adaobi found herself facing oppositions from powerful forces determined to maintain the status quo. Adaobi refused to be afraid or moved. She stood firm, refusing to be silenced by the fear or intimidation, her resolve as unyielding as the mountains that surrounded her. And in the end, it was Adaobi's unwavering courage and indomitable spirit that carried the day. As Nigeria's parliament passed sweeping reforms to protect the rights of women and girls. In the aftermath of the historic victory, Adaobi stood on the steps of the Capitol, her eyes shining with pride and gratitude as she addressed the crowd gathered before her. For too long, our voices have been silenced, our dreams crushed beneath the weight of tradition. Adaobi declared, her voice ringing out with passion and conviction. But today, we stand together as a beacon of hope for all those who have been denied their rights. She continued her words, echoing across the land like a promise of a brighter tomorrow. And as the cheers of the crowd filled the air, Adaobi knew that her journey was far from over, that the fight for justice would continue, fueled by the flames of hope that burned within each and every one of them.